So today we have to head to town and get some groceries and fuel before we shove off in the morning to head out of here. We wanted to share all the steps for taking down the dinghy, because right now it's on the davits. So we're going to show you step by step what we need to do to take down the dinghy off the davits, take the motor off the bracket, put it on the dinghy, and going to town and coming back. Just showing the steps.
So these are our davits, and our dinghy is hanging from them with these blocks, and it's tied up with some line. That's where we keep it, that's where we transport it, but we got to get it in the water, and I'm going to show you what we do to get that, make that happen. That's the first step, put the plug in. Since we have it hanging on the davits, if we left the plug in all the time, when it rains it would fill full of water and probably rip the brackets off. Have this tied snug to the davits. It's looped over the dinghy, and I'm going to untie it off this cleat and drop it down a couple inches. I have to lower one side first because I can't put it all the way in the water if it hangs too high. Same thing on this side. I've got the my line, excess line, wrapped around that dinghy so that it keeps it snug up. And I take it off the cleat, and I have to push it clear of the engine, and then lower the stern of it into the water. And then I can finish lowering the valve. And we got it in the water right now.
Be careful.
So these are my lifts, and I've got it flipped onto there. When I first got this dinghy motor, I underestimated my manhood to physically grab this off of this bracket and put it on the stern, or put it on the transom of my dinghy while standing in the dinghy while there were waves. So I built this dinghy motor lift, and I did that on a cruiser's budget, but that helps me get this engine off onto our dinghy single-handed. So I have this line is actually goes down and hooks. See this on that hook through the handle, and I do that as a safety precaution in case the bracket fails. This will still be hanging onto the boat by the handle, and I won't lose my engine. That's got to take off the cowling, and right here on top of the engine there's an eyelet. This is made for lifting the engine up, and I put this hook on there like so. Back off the locking mechanisms for this. These little clamps here tighten this up on the bracket just like it does on the transom, and I lift up the engine like that, tie it off on the cleat. I'll uncleat this other side. This is an out haul for us. Now as I lower this, it will actually bring the engine off the and that way I can sit this on the transom of this dinghy single-handedly. Next I uncleat this, lift in, and take off that hook and hook that back up. And these are my brackets. This is for mounting, so then I'll put that in there, tighten it completely down. I'm gonna go ahead and put my cowling back on. to hook up the fuel line. And the last thing, since I'm using this, I have a tiller handle extension that allows me to sit forward in the dinghy to operate it. And hey, then we got the engine on. All right, I'm gonna pull the dinghy over here. We always sister tie our dinghy up to our boat. Put the fenders over. And I have two painters on my dinghy. One glues on the cleat, and this other one wraps around the stanchion. The balls keep the dinghy from banging against the boat, holding the boat. And we conveniently got this little hook there. There we go. My pelican hooks on this. Pelican clips so we can drop our lifelines. And got our kill switch on. So that's it. That's what we have to do to get this in the water. And we'll reverse that process when we get back, and we'll do that step by step.
So just a little tidbit. We don't do this every day, the up and down with the dinghy. We're traveling, we will hoist it up. Other than that, we just probably keep it on the side, like you mentioned, but that's how we do it. So we're getting ready to go to town.
We're gonna head in and get some groceries, and we want to put that on our list though, man. Get a dinghy that gets off lane. It's a little over a mile to the store. Hey, you know, we really don't mind walking when you've been cooped up on the boat for a couple days. Get our exercise. Bow pilot right there. I click on it. This is where it gets a little hectic, guys, when there's so much so many waves. Alright guys, so now we just reverse everything, unplug our fuel line, and cinch this up, keep this from rolling. You can see it rocking, swaying back and forth. Oh, that's that. That's what we got to do whenever we want to go somewhere. Last thing but last, pull out the plug in case it rains or doesn't fill up with water and rip the davits off the boat. So there you go, guys. That's what it takes for us to get to town and get some supplies, and we're going to, you know, going to any excursions and beaches or whatever, exploring.
It's not all fun and games. It is work sometimes.
Yeah. It's not all sitting on the beach drinking Mai Tais or margaritas.
We work. We have boat chores.
Hey, but we do still love it. Hey, appreciate you watching the videos.
Please like and share. It helps build our community.
All right, guys. We'll see ya. We're probably gonna do some. Wait a minute. Hey, stay tuned in. We're gonna be doing everything it takes to run our boat, from sailing it to making water, just so you can get an idea of what we do every day.
Yep. Thanks, guys.